So everything has been laid out now. Everything has been laid out. Sumino has done her detective work and she knows everything between Byakuya and Rei. We even got Byakuya and Rei's backstory of who they were before all of this, and they're basically best freaking friends, like childhood friends. And we see how Rei got hurt in this freaking accident with a crazed fan tried to attack Byakuya, but he protected him. And we see that Rei has a creature inside of him named Bellum, but Bellum doesn't seem to be a no-one monster. And we see why the king and the queen are two very important they're very important like in this episode, because even though they have somewhat of a B plot going on right now, this B plot is going to play a big factor in their actual story. And even though this was done for comedy purposes, we know that the king and the queen, how they met each other and basically how they became one being. And we see that the king, or Shining Knife, said he was a traveling vagabond who had lost his memories, and that's going to play a really big part in this. And also, a quick side note, Rei did not have to do Sumino like this. He beat the brakes off of this girl, and I was not having it. I was so mad. Why are you beating her like this, dude? This is terrible. And then we got Byakuya coming in with that flying kick, man, because thank God he came in to save her, because she was getting mollywopped. The whole crew came in. So the queen basically gives these two the rundown about what the calamity was and how Tegasaur defeated the calamity. And turns out there are still remnants of the calamity still on Earth, and they're all like basically dormant. And Bellum is inside of Rei, and Bellum is one of the calamity soldiers. And Bellum puts out a call to all his comrades. It turns out Shining Knife is one of his comrades. Shining Knife himself is a descendant of the calamity. And now with this episode, we're starting to see where Kuon's, where his loyalties and stuff like that lie, because he hasn't been around that much. He has his own little stuff going on. And Bellum is really, really powerful. Like it's not fair how powerful he is. Like, bro is beating them down left and freaking right, and I was like, yeah, we were in for one of this. And this shot right here, man, Gozyuger got some really good fight scene shots, because this was really cool. And we see that Byakuya ends up sacrificing himself for Sumino to save her, but he doesn't die, but he ends up losing his Zyuohger ring. And the rest of the crew just got to get out of there, because this guy's too immensely powerful for them. And Shining Knife wakes up not knowing what he did, and this scene right here was actually pretty sad. But what y'all think about this episode, man?